What is up, guys? This is Coffee with Ryan, episode 1. I'm here with guest Julio. Say what's up to the camera guy. And so this channel and this video is going to be about people that have been incarcerated as a youth or as an adult, how the system impacted you. And I'm here with guest Julio. And yeah, introduce yourself, bro.
I'm a formerly incarcerated youth. I'm here at the Hollywood dorm, along with my brother Ryan. I did juvenile life at the age of 15. I got blessed with the juvenile life sentence. Instead of going to adult court and getting tried as an adult, and I did 6 years out of that whole time, and I came home from those 6 years, and I was able to have the opportunity to be a firefighter when I came home. And I had a couple setbacks along the way, and it brought me back to going inside. It brought me back to having an addiction to the culture of being a part of a gang. And I did 2 years, and now I'm free. I've been out for 18 months now, and I'm currently doing Hollywood CPR. I'm a rising scholar. I'm going at West LA College, and I'm actually very blessed to be where I'm at. As far as where I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm not where I used to be. So I'm just grateful for that.
Hell yeah, bro. Welcome home. So I have 5 questions for you. First question: what would you say to yourself if you can go back to your past as a youth?
If I can go to my past as a youth, I would honestly, every single time we're always focused and we're always talking about we need a reentry plan, we need this, we need that, we need to get a job, we need to get a career, or we need to find something, or we need to find the right woman that's gonna help support us. But we never sit and think about healing ourselves.
Like you said, the first thing we do, we need a job, we need a car.
Yeah, you feel me? Like
I agree with that.
I feel like when we come home, I feel like every individual who comes out from being in prison or juvenile hall, whatever system, I feel like we need to come home and we need to get healed. We need to go to therapy. We need to go to spiritual cleanse, whatever the case may be, something to just heal yourself, because we have to love ourselves first before anything. We're not going to be able to love anybody else unless we love ourselves first. So we have to heal first. I don't care what it is. We just have to find something that's going to help us grow, learn, heal, things like that. Because if we just go straight trying to look for a job, we're just going to be stressed out. We're already dealing with trauma, and we're trying to hide that trauma into finding, trying to cover it up. We're trying to cover that wound up. You see, where it's not supposed to, that's not how it works. We have to reopen that wound, and we have to heal that wound. So I feel like if I could tell my future self, I feel like I would tell him to heal himself first. That little kid inside wants to come out, and he wants to play. He wants to be wild, and he wants to be a kid, and he wants to be free again. So I feel like we need to heal.
I agree with that. Shout out to Richard who told me about that on the shoot. That first thing we need to do is just heal, and we don't do that. We don't work on ourselves being incarcerated for many years. We just come out like, fuck, I need a job, I need a car, which is understandable, but we don't heal from those years of being gone, especially as a youth growing up as a kid. So I have question number 2. What have you learned since you've been home and became an ARC member now?
Man, I've learned a lot, man. I've learned, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect in this world. Not even the moon, not the sky, the ocean, not even God. I just feel like nobody's perfect in this world. We all make mistakes, man.
Exactly.
No matter what it is, we all make mistakes, and it's gonna happen. And that's the thing, is living off of judging myself and criticizing myself and doubting myself. I think that's the biggest one for me, because that's a real tough one on the road. We have to be able to just have the courage to live, and to be able to not let nobody else define their dream over my dream. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to be disloyal to myself for being loyal to others. So I feel like just being able to just, failing is okay. It's alright to fail. It's alright to fall down. It's all about getting back up and having the support system, having the support network with my mentors, counselors, the people that have been there through my darkest moments and my brightest moments, and I think that's the most important thing. It's just having the support network and the support system.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Shout out to ARC, shout out to Scott Bunnick. Question number 3.
Shout out
I
to
noticed
Dad.
you being more involved in your culture with your bloodline, where you came from. I noticed that much. I wanted to ask you that question. What made you get into that? Like what did you want? Like, what came from your head to think like that?
So when I was in Ventura, when I was in DJJ, in Ventura Youth Correctional
What
Facility,
year?
so I was there from 2013 all the way to 2018. So when I was there doing my time, I felt, we're kind of like confused. We don't have direction, right? We're just confused. We're living with fear. We're always wearing this mask. We're pretending to be something that we're not. That's what I thought. I always pretended to be something that I wasn't, which was never the truth. My truth is finding the best authentic version of myself and who I want to be, not somebody else. And to be able to realize, I never really had a belief in any religion. I didn't believe in nobody. I just believed in, I don't know, I know there was some type of savior or the devil, whoever, because I was just not in the right state of mind. And to be honest, we started this one time. My friends, they were like, well, the homies, they were like, let's go to a sweat lodge ceremony. I'm like, what the hell is that? And they were like, oh, it's this thing, you're gonna go, you get a spiritual cleansing, and you gotta go, like, if you don't go, and you gotta go. And I would see all these times they'll come back all red and all like, I'm like, damn, it looked like they just got burnt, like. Like, like they just went, and it was crazy. So they were looking like tomatoes when they'll come back, and it was so funny. So like when I would go, and I went for my first time, I wanted to run out of there, man. But for the one thing that I got out of is like, it was a rebirth process. You get to be reborn and rebirth. That's the whole concept of it.
I fuck with that.
And so you go and you confess all everything that you want to just get out of your heart, and you get a spiritual cleansing, and you got some elders, some elders and some native elders, and they go and they throw medicine, they bless the stones, and you're in there, you're in the darkness, you're in the dark, it's a real dark place, and you're in there just sweating it all out. You're suffering in a good way. And ever since then, I kind of got connected with it. Something that in my intuition, something inside told me that like I wanted to get more in touch with this because I liked it. It was something different, and it was a new experience for me. So when I came home, I started going to sweat lodge ceremonies, and I started knowing all these different elders from different tribes and from all over the states. And I started getting more connected, and I actually wanted to know where I came from. I want to know, because I know I was, I know, whatever happened in the history with whatever. I'm not gonna say too much. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what happened with the Native Americans and how America got discovered. I know that my roots, where they come from a bloodline down from El Salvador, and having to learn more makes me more eager, because I'm just a kid, just still trying to figure things out and trying to figure out where I really come from, where my bloodline, because I could feel it. I feel my ancestors sometimes, like they're there present with me, and I just pay attention to the messages all the time, and it comes in I perceive it in a beautiful way. It comes very beautiful. It's very when you perceive things at a different way, it's just awesome.
Hell yeah, that was a beautiful answer. So question number 4, boss. What have you done and experienced since you've been home? What have you done since you've been home that you've never done before?
What have I done? Traveled.
I need to do that.
Traveled. That's one thing I've never done. Which is awesome. It's a whole different life. It's way different, and it's way out of my limitations that I used to base myself off of, because I thought LA and living here in California was just this is where I was gonna. This is all I thought all it was.
Yeah.
Being in jail and being just belonging in a city, in a little city where I grew up. I thought that's all it was, but
stuck, you don't leave.
Yeah, I was stuck there, and I was trapped. My heart was trapped, everything, and to being able to get out of there, that was pretty big for me. Just being out in the wilderness, being in the mountains, and then going to Washington D.C. Going to Alaska, going to New Mexico, going to Arizona, all these different states I've been in. It's like, wow, I want to travel I want to keep traveling outside. I want to keep knowing different people, trying different food out. It's always good to try new things. Because I've always lived in fear with being isolated and not wanting to try things out and not wanting to know other things because I'm just afraid. But sometimes we have to live that. We have to have that courage to live, and we gotta take that big step and get out of our comfort zone. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
I like that. And question number 5: what do you see yourself in 5 years?
And to be honest with you, I can't really promise you anything. But all I know is tomorrow's never promised. The only thing I can do for now, is just to keep living my life to the fullest. To my fullest potential, and to always doing my best, no matter what it is. And whatever I do, or whatever I feel, and just I want to continue doing what I'm doing right now. It's doing anything to going inside. I go inside juvenile halls. I go inside and speak to a lot of the little brothers and sisters, and I help them out with sharing my story and contributing my story into my experience. And
Oh yeah, I love that.
so I want to keep help supporting the kids because God's children are not for sale and they're not slaves. So that's my intent right here, and I have something to give back, and that's why we're still here alive. So I feel like that's what I feel.
So this is Coffee with Ryan, episode 1. We'll have another guest speaker probably next week. Shout out to Julio for being in here. Shout out to Hollywood CPR. We're here at the dorms. Shout out to Scott Bundick. Shout out to ARC. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Al rato.
I might be falling